we're going live. Now we are live.
Now we're live.
And I feel, is that too much? That might be too much.
I think it's okay for now.
Now I feel like I'm sitting way too close. And what we brought up earlier when we were talking about, because we did a test run.
This is why we do the test videos, and it got us nowhere.
It did, but now, I also feel like now my nose
Would you drop it
looks
about your
even
nose?
larger.
Would you drop it about your nose?
Now that we're close, if I get straight on.
Why are you giving yourself a Hitler stash?
Oh, that was... Anyway, so this is our first official live. No one is listening, which is what we expected, and that's okay.
And that's how we prefer for right now, because we're still figuring it out, and it's not going to be pretty.
Yes, I actually wrote up a list of topics here. That's a live. This is actually score from Magic the Gathering, so that's nothing. One thing we can do now, I figure we can introduce ourselves, kind of go over some things about us, how we met, how we came up with this stupid fucking idea.
It was literally us.
Well, no, you're going out of order now.
All right.
I literally just said to the viewers, we're going to meet us
To the viewers.
And where's the fucking cat at? So we did post a video on our channel. I don't understand YouTube or technology as it is, so I posted a video of our cat, just to see, like, oh, this is how you post a video. 933 views in like a day. 6 hours and 7 minutes of people's life gone watching a video of a fucking cat watching a wall crawler come down a wall. Hilarious. Anyway, so yeah, our best video to date is a cat watching the wall.
That sounds about right in this day and age.
So anyway, back to what we were saying, though I digress. I'm Johnny Whitesnake. This is Dale Ramjam. Little history about us. We've known each other, what now, 5 years?
Ooh, I'm going to say, because I met you first when I was with, well, my ex at the time when I was working at the movie theater.
We'll say exes and
my ex at the time, and that was at the theater, and that was 7 years ago.
Oh, all right. Sorry. Well, that would have been all right. 7 years. Then,
we didn't really become close friends until I started working at the machine shop.
Oh, and at that time, it was this video brought to you by Yuengling. Delicious Pennsylvania beer. Oldest brewery in the United States, from what the can claims.
Yes.
So anyway, continue.
But that was when we first, I saw you a few times here and there when you trickle into the theater with A-Bomb or with Piano. And the first time I hung out with you, I was just going to see a movie, and we ended up seeing Escape Plan together. Because you're like, hey,
or was it 2?
No, it was the first one.
Oh, okay.
It was the first one.
Terrible either way.
It's all right. I liked it. But whenever I was playing Xbox one night, you jumped into my party, and we talked about Rogue One briefly, and you encouraged me to apply at the machine shop we both work at.
Yes.
Which I thought you were just looking out for me, but you just were looking for that referral bonus.
And I got that referral bonus.
Yes, you did.
And I would have I would have never sent you a party invite either had it not been for Yuengling, America's finest beer
and oldest brewery.
It is also the oldest brewery.
It says so on the cans.
So, speaking of which, let's we haven't tested any of our. We have no idea what the fuck we're doing, to be honest, and we haven't tested any of this audio equipment yet. But I do want to see if it is hilarious if we have some of these cues. So I'm gonna go back and say something again about Yuengling. Yuengling, America's finest brewery.
Awesome.
I don't know. We'll see if it's in there later. But either way, Yuengling is.
I like every time you lift up the can, you cover my face with it.
So whenever
I'm like Mike Wazowski.
Whenever Yingling picks us up, this is like, these
You're gonna
guys,
get-
we're gonna
you're gonna
sponsor
get
them. It's just gonna be me.
You're gonna get all the money from it. I won't see a cent. That'll be our first. That'll be our falling out. Then I leave. I start a rival podcast. Just called the Dale Ramjam Hour. And
you get like Modelo's.
what? Okay, I guess I'm starting to think with Brian then. That would be a rival podcast.
Oh, that would be because he would figure out a way to make Modelo's somehow better than it. We're not getting into it. We're not getting into it.
I hope he watches this.
He is not. He's not gonna. He's not
No.
gonna. He has better things.
He will for me.
And he won't. Anyway, so were you done? I didn't even.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much. We've been friends for. I mean, I started working there in 2017, which was over 5 years ago. So I mean, we've been steady friends for I'd say probably about 5.5 years now. Really hope none of these sounds are coming through, and you're just we're just amusing ourselves.
I can't. It's actually hard to see what they even say.
Oh,
So I mean,
God.
it's just.
Why was that a laughing matter?
That's a bit a little bit. To be fair, I thought that said applause. I didn't see it said laughter. Oh, I'm sorry. Cheers up here. Cheers up here. So anyway.
But yeah, that's that about brings us up to where about to right now. I mean, we've
about speed.
and I went and lived in Ohio for 4.5 months.
Yeah, it was fucking stupid.
And I'm back in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it was dumb. Anyone subscribing to us in Ohio, which there's a staggering 0 of us subscribing anywhere. But if you do end up subscribing and you live in Ohio, go fuck yourself because you're a piece of shit. Ohio is a terrible state. Anyway, so yeah, well, I mean, you explained us to. So I really don't need much to say then.
Yeah, I mean, you can say some thoughts on the matter. I mean, you can talk about whatever you want.
No, I
your name's first on the show. So
oh, I was waiting for that to be brought up. Okay, so whatever. I mean, I did buy the equipment and make the thumbnail photo and set everything up. It's all right. No, it's okay. If you want, I'll go change the name if you like.
Yeah,
So,
that's fine. Rolls off the tongue better.
It does, doesn't it?
But I mean, yeah, as you can see, we're massive Star Wars fans.
Star Wars is definitely a must. I don't know if the picture is clear enough to catch all of this, but we are sitting in my bar basement behind the bar, which was going to be the original name for the podcast. It was going to be Lower the Bar. I thought that'd be fucking cool. It'd be kind of a good pun for sitting behind a bar, but apparently Barstool fucking came up with that first. So, but yeah, there is a lot of Star Wars shit down here. I'm kind of hoping Disney doesn't get upset about this.
We're not going to make any money from this for a long time,
No.
if ever. So I don't think they're going to give two shits.
We're never.
The mouse will not does not have to worry about losing any money.
Not on my dollar, you fucks. Oh, wait.
So I'm just gonna speak on behalf of the fact if those aren't coming through and anybody somehow watches this and you're wondering why he's pausing and just laughing, he's playing.
There's a button. It
He's
does
playing
a laugh.
He's playing sound effects on the soundboard.
If it doesn't come across to me, so
it's gonna be even funnier. So that's what we're dealing with right now.
Yeah. So. Hey. So anyway, that was gun sound. If it didn't come through.
Yes.
Oh shit! I don't even. Can you even have it on YouTube?
Huh?
The sound of what rhymes with a bun.
I would assume there's plenty of there's firearms channels on YouTube.
I don't know. Who knows what you could
There's
say
firearms channels on YouTube. I used to watch. I think he got in trouble, but I used to watch FPS Russia a lot when I was growing up. Didn't he get in trouble for something?
Wait, who?
FPS Russia. He would always demonstrate like.
Is that the one that was a diddler? Got busted by the other YouTube guy that bust diddlers?
I don't think he was.
No. That's shit. No, he was real big.
Oh,
no, you got it. You got it.
EDP.
EDP. That was it. Yeah.
He's back on YouTube.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
saw that, and he actually got busted by the one guy I made you
yeah.
watch,
I've
Alex
I've
Rosen,
seen
Gordon
that.
Flowers.
I've seen that video. Yeah, I
Uh,
have that dude. I mean, when I think I'm like fat, I look at that dude. That dude is massive.
I I feel like his fatness is like really secondary to the whole wanting to fuck kids thing.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just
I'm
saying.
just saying. I mean,
I'm
that's
just saying if you're gonna compare yourself to feel better about yourself, be like, well, I don't fuck kids.
well, yeah. But we're both fat, so I'm saying his fatness makes me feel less bad about my
But
fatness.
regardless, at the end of the day, you can look at him and go like, well, I don't want to fuck kids.
That is true. I guess. Yeah,
Well,
that is on.
that's what I'm saying. Like it's a pretty underwhelming quality to have.
It's not a top five quality. That's for sure.
A bottom 10, not a top five.
I was gonna say definitely not a top five quality.
So, I mean, things that we'll be discussing on this podcast, if we ever actually decide to do this again, interests. We recently got into D&D. Typically, we do one-shot campaigns.
I'm gonna say something real quick. He's he recently got into D&D. He's wearing a D&D shirt right now.
Oh, guess I'll die.
After months, if not years, of making fun of the factor of playing D&D and making describing D&D. Oh, went to the hobby shop and there are these sweaty nerds playing D&D in there.
Well, because
And
we're gay, I can still say that now because they're still sweaty fucking nerds and they look like fucking idiots. Why? Like, do they not have a fucking home? Are they homeless? Do they have to go there to fucking play?
I'd go there to
And be
play.
like, oh, I gotta roll my fucking D20 now.
I,
It's stupid. It's stupid. It's
I
stupid.
I'd go there to play.
It's like people that like don't have friends that all kind of wander in. They always
Well,
smell like fucking cat in
not
basement, and they're
not
like,
not everyone has a space they can always play at, and maybe it's a middle ground for people to
what are you,
meet.
that? No, that I don't believe that for a second because everyone has like a fucking kitchen table or an end table or a floor to sit on. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it just
but regardless,
it's fucking idiots.
after
No, they're fucking
after
idiots.
forever of him, yeah, not playing D&D, yes, he finally is into it. We played D&D. We both did just get into Magic the Gathering. I have always collected cards. I just never knew how to play. So,
I was more Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh, which again never knew how to play, just collected.
oh, I knew how to play Pokemon Yu-Gi-Oh. I just never really
Nope, never did.
after after like high school, I didn't really have anybody to play Yu-Gi-Oh with. So
Oh, fucking loser.
what was I going to worry about? Girls?
Ew,
Ugh,
terrible. Women are the worst,
they
actually.
really are.
Another topic on our podcast: how women are the fucking worst. They are
One,
just the
one of
worst.
them's upstairs. I hope she sees this. I'm not going to tell her I said that.
She's not gonna watch it. She doesn't support anything I do. She's fucking terrible. She, honestly, she will go on to just comment mean, hurtful, personal things about me, but other than that, she's not gonna fucking watch anything, which is fine because you know. But yeah, what else? We said what we talked about D&D. Um, I'm hoping I'm not too loud. I'm loud in here. I mean, if anyone ever does decide to watch this, comment and let us know if we're too loud or whatnot. 'Cause I bought these headphones at Five Below.
This is our first
Not the
true.
greatest.
This is our first true like lengthy live. Episode. So we'll fine tune it and plan out topics of conversation, stuff that we'll discuss. But for right now, this is just kind of an extended trial run per se. See how
See,
this works.
again, the tragedy of doing this is that my
Oh, we got a
father.
like.
Oh shit! All right. That was probably just me on my phone.
Yeah, probably.
But but the tragedy of all this is that my father was he's an amazing guitarist. Was in a band. Uh, Hilariously enough, uh, a great singer too. I listened to, and I know, don't quote me on this. I can't remember if it was on a cassette tape or a CD, but my mom actually played me. I don't know if he was the singer of the band at the time or if he was just recording himself singing, or whatever. It's actually really good.
Hmm.
But anyway, a way better guitarist regardless. Um, but he is not one for the spotlight. So, for the most part, what he would do is kind of just that's more like a bass. But anyway, um, wow, just playing in the background like that. But he'd be kind of leaned up against the soundboard, and he would be fucking running sound for the band while he's playing. Even though he's lead guitar, he should be out there front and center. He was not one for the spotlight. So anyway, he was kicked back running sound. That's who would be best to run our sound. But I probably don't want him hearing anything we talk about. But yeah, so we're gonna figure all that out. So anyway, D&D. We touched a little bit on magic. I figure we'll just talk about life in general.
Go for it.
Yeah. Oh, like right now?
I don't care.
Oh, all right.
What do you want to talk about?
Give me your. It's jet air.
Jet air, yeah.
Give me your. I'm kind of wondering. Oh shit! So here might be a thing. There we go. Is this better now?
That was very, very clear in my.
Because I had this mic was on.
Yep.
These have mics on them, so I'm thinking that's kind of what's picking up as well.
Yeah, that's a good call.
That's fucking stupid. You know what's funny though is I tried to buy the ones that were just a straight up wired headset, no microphone attached to anything. Couldn't fucking find one. They're like, oh yeah, this one's got a mic and this all this that. I'm like, well, anyway.
No, Five Below, you really can't expect to get the best.
No, it is
the best.
But I also don't. I feel like anytime this bumps around.
Yeah, I can hear
yeah.
that. A little bit
yeah, so weird. All right, so yeah, we'll figure that out. Maybe we'll put some duct tape around here. We'll be fine. Life. So we'll talk about life. Give me your most embarrassing moment in life.
Really? We're
Yes.
jumping straight into that?
Yes.
In the first episode that's a fucking trial run?
Yes.
Most embarrassing. I don't know. I always embarrass myself somehow.
That is also true.
Even
in non-embarrassing moments, you still somehow embarrassed.
I get very I don't know. I get embarrassed and very straight, and some doesn't even apply to me. I think they call that like secondhand embarrassment or whatever it is. But yeah, I don't know. Most embarrassing in my life though.
With the secondhand thing, I remember you used to get aggravated if we would stand like at a distance and kind of like talk and then look at you. And Danny and I used to do this, and you used to get really aggravated about it.
I get aggravated about that?
Yeah.
You sure it wasn't just acting like I was getting aggravated?
No, we were like, and then looked at you and kind of laughed, and you were like, he just got real frustrated. It was funny to me. I laughed. I had a good time.
The way my brain works is I get mad because I get embarrassed about a situation, especially if you're there. I start thinking about
why do I make it worse?
Because I start thinking what you're thinking in your head, and then I get mad about hypothetical stuff that you're thinking about.
No.
And then I get embarrassed from that. So my brain's fucking weird. I don't understand how it works at all. It's weird.
So
I'm trying to think of what would the most embarrassing be. Go
like a universal, not like a personal, like universal. Like what would be the most embarrassing?
I know. Probably. See, I'm so careful and so recluse when I'm out in society. I try really hard to avoid stuff that's personal embarrassment.
I got a few good ones. I can laugh about them now, but they were pretty fucking traumatic back in the day.
I remember one time when I was in elementary school, and again, I don't like having everyone's attention on me. So anytime like something would happen to me, that everyone would be like, "Oh, what happened to Clay?" Or Dale. I just outed myself.
Oh, Jesus.
I just outed myself.
You were in preschool. You were molding things out of clay.
Yeah.
And
no, I was in elementary school, and I was walking behind the swings, and a kid just flew back and like kicked me right in the head and like knocked me out.
Where's the?
I remember I came to, and everyone was like around me, and like my teacher was like trying to get me to wake up, and
Was she waving a hanky in your?
she wasn't even hanky. That was pretty embarrassing. Yeah, a lot of embarrassing shit happened to me when I was in elementary school. That's why I think why I've turned a lot of my brain off as an adult. I was a very awkward
I,
kid when I was young.
yeah, I was extremely awkward as well.
Oh no, I have a better one.
Oh,
I
lay it
actually,
on me.
yeah. So when I was 15,
I just keep thinking about a little Dale getting clocked by a swing, and it's just hilarious.
no,
to me.
this wasn't. This is stuff that I make out to be a big deal in my head. Like I know it's not a big deal. Like I'm sure after like this happened.
Because again, I mean that's just an accident on the
I
playground.
know, but I'm sure like after like this happened, the dude just like forgot about it. But
Oh,
so
so it was like an older guy.
no. So
What happened?
I was at Penn State.
Oh Jesus, were you in the showers?
No,
So there's this older guy. Was at Penn State in the showers.
It was an older guy. I just said it was this
You?
dude.
I mean, wow.
Yeah, he's about my age. He's about my age. So I was there for a filmmakers camp. I went there. It was like a 5-day long thing where they basically had you write and shoot short films
at Penn State in the showers.
At Penn State in the showers. It was a good time. I was 15, and basically we stayed in the dorms. They pretty much had us living on campus. And
Question:
yes,
were there showers?
there was communal showers.
You heard it here, folks. Dale was in the showers at Penn State. Never forget.
Yeah. Anyway, so as we were
cleaning, so anyway, about your losing virginity,
I probably could have there, but that didn't happen.
Like in a rapey way?
No.
Oh.
It was a co-ed filmmakers camp.
Oh, so it still could have been a rapey way, but it just would have been the other way.
Why? What's the rape?
Anyway,
What's the rape aspect you're hanging on here?
I just there's a stigma with Penn State.
Okay. Anyway, so
we're really narrowing down our people that are going to subscribe to us.
I'm building up to this, and it's not as good as the build up.
So we've lost Ohio, we've lost Penn State. Continue.
We lost a lot of people. Anyway, so it was the last day. I'm trying to time this for your drinking. We were cleaning out the dorms.
You gonna do a spit take?
Yeah, we were cleaning out the dorms, and because people like had like stuff they brought, like drinks and stuff like that. And the one dude in the hall.
Did they bring to drink Yingling?
No, it was
Pennsylvania's finest.
We were all high schoolers.
Wow.
So no one snuck any. To my knowledge, no one snuck any booze in.
Yeah.
Anyway, as we were in the hallway and we were getting everything like packed and like everything together, this one guy fellow attendant said, "Hey guys, just so you know, I have a bunch of Gatorades, drinks in my fridge that I'm just trying to get rid of. Does anybody want one?"
I'm sorry.
And for some reason, instead of answering in English, I acted like he was talking just to me. I just said some random assortment of words, just stuttered and horribly. I looked at him. I just said, I was really just like, no. Oh. And then he just kind of shook his head and walked away. I froze, said some gibberish, and then he just walked away.
So you were at Penn State and you were approached by an older guy. He made you nervous. So anyway,
talk about how you were bullied in high school, Josh.
Oh, I was bullied the fuck out of in high school. Yeah, that happened a lot.
Let's shift this away from me for a second.
And you know what though? To be fair, that wasn't even like the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me, because like a lot of it was just like yeah.
What's the most embarrassing that happened to you? I want to hear this.
In high school?
In general, I want to have this. I want to have this on me. I want to know what's the most embarrassing, because you don't get embarrassed by a lot.
No, not a lot.
Nothing really bothers
and
you.
And I feel like that comes a lot from the high school bullying. Is that I kind of just learned to brush things off.
So I want to know what your most embarrassing thing was, because I cannot think of anything that has embarrassed you since I've known you.
I have a few. One I talked about earlier.
Only things you're very careful about is certain things when you're with your parents. You don't like.
Oh yeah, that if I can keep them
I'm just saying. Like,
I'm
not gonna.
already the least favorite. I'm really trying to not to lower my numbers there because that is yeah, it could be so much worse.
Anyway, continue.
Um, high school.
Doesn't have to be high school. It can just be anything.
I know, but I'm trying to think of one from high school now.
We have a viewer.
Holy shit! Where do you
Um,
see that?
the
Anyway,
little guy up top by the timer.
oh look,
Oh,
we have comments.
wow.
Plays weird, whack. Excuse me. I don't know how we can. Can we
Can we ban this viewer from the
ban,
chat?
ban? So anyway,
Again, why am I weird, Katie? What? I'm gonna run upstairs and just. Do I have permission to run upstairs?
add
Do I have
reaction.
permission to run upstairs and smack and just shame your wife?
Bam. I don't know what that is. I don't know actually how to type responses. Oh, keyboard. Anyway, oh shit. I don't know. High school. I think one of what I think one of the most embarrassing. I don't even know if it was so much. I don't know. Maybe it was embarrassing or if it was just kind of like a fuck you kind of thing. Was oh man. So anyway, there was one time I had a jean jacket. I thought it was fucking cool, and I'm wearing this jean jacket, and I'm like, yeah, this is cool. I like it. I was like, I'm feeling it. Like I feel cool. And it was definitely not in the time when jean jackets now are making a comeback.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely a time where it's just like you fucking idiot. But so I had this jean jacket on, and this kid was giving me shit about it. And I'm just like, I like it. It makes a statement. And he looked at me dead in the fucking face and was like, "Yeah, that you're poor." It like just in front of like a whole locker room full of teenage boys, and I was like, "Fuck," because he wasn't wrong, but it was like,
Did you get it
ah.
from a thrift shop?
No, like
Oh.
no, I feel like my parents had bought it for me. I mean,
Oh.
but it was like a nice jacket, but it just kind of wasn't of the time, I
Yeah.
guess. But
Oh.
yeah, so it was even oh, it was just completely shit on, and that was a stinger there. But
I.
the other times I got embarrassed, and I told you about this one earlier, is I had a pediatrician. Now you have to follow along with this because it gets a little dicey.
Oh boy.
She was an old Asian woman, but her name was Doctor Religioso. So a Hispanic name to an Asian woman, and I was at a pediatric appointment, and my Mima took me to this appointment this time, and it was the whole, for guys, you're in there, they're like, all right, drop your pants, and they cup up and everything, and so I'm standing there in the room with my Meemaw, my pants are down, an old Asian woman is is cupping my balls, and she looks up at me, looks up at my Meemaw, and goes, "The boy is now a man." And I'm like, I don't know. What is going on? That was weird. That was weird. It was uncomfortable. It wasn't necessarily that embarrassing as it was uncomfortable. I feel like for everyone involved. Um, And then I think one other time, and this one was like scarring because it was not necessarily like overly embarrassing as it was kind of a misunderstanding that was just kind of I don't know how to say this, but like are you busy or I'm bearing my soul here. And you're
I'm
just
listening.
but there was one time my sister played softball when I was a kid, and we used to have to go down to the municipal park all the time. And it was me and my friend that I grew up with, and we would go down there and we just cause mischief and run around and do some shit. But
Did all the girls laugh at you?
no, even more terrifying than that. And this was back when the climate of society was a lot milder than it is today. because had this would have happened today, I would have been tarred and feathered and chased down the road and fucking made an example of. And
Okay.
here's what's fucked up about it was that nothing actually ever happened. So we go and we're at my sister's softball game, and there were porta potties there. And yeah, so me and my buddy thought it'd be funny when someone would go in the porta potty, we would stand behind it and make fart noises. And we're like, haha, they're all gonna think that, this girl's in here farting and blah blah blah, and like, just be kind of funny. No, what had happened was there was other girls that seen us standing by this porta potty when girls are going in and didn't care that we were making fart noises. They thought that we were somehow peeping in. And so they yeah, I do. I shit you not. Like there was like four girls that came over, started screaming at us, calling us perverts, and like chased us out of there. And like I ran home because I didn't know what to do. But like if I wasn't perving, I was just pooping, just making poop sounds. I thought poop sounds were funny. And so yeah, it was like that to me was the most scarring was because like I was being accused of something terrible when I was just trying to make poop sounds. And
Which anybody who knows you love making poop
I
sounds.
do. Um so yeah, that was fucked up for me. But yeah, so I feel like mine were so much worse now. And oh, that backfired completely. So um yeah, I don't know. What else
I hope somehow one of the girls from that team stumbles upon this and that's that guy.
Fuck that guy. He was perfect. I don't care what he says. He
Can't
was he was
cancel Johnny Whitesnake and
he
Dale Ramjam.
he oh, I'm gonna get canceled for sure, but it's not gonna be for that. But
You'll get canceled for things you said today.
oh well,
I'm just I don't mean that like I disapprove of. I'm just saying like
I feel like I haven't said anything today that would be cancel worthy.
oh, let society decide.
Well, this true. Society is definitely it's definitely tricky. There's a lot of forced agendas, which I don't care for, but I don't even think we're gonna get into that.
That's where we need to have Robin as a guest.
No,
We need to have
no.
Rob and we need to have somebody else. We need like a point counterpoint, and then it'll be like
Well, that's the thing, though, is that you're the most liberal person I know. All right, let me. You're the most liberal person that I tolerate. So,
would you say you tolerate me?
Yingling, America's oldest brewery and the finest beer in the U.S.
Is that what this friendship is based on? It's just based on tolerating me? No, I wouldn't even say I'm liberal. I don't really.
I will say this: you lean the most that
Yeah,
way more than
I
most of my friends. Is what
yeah.
I'm saying.
I mean, I don't really consider myself liberal or conservative. I'm pretty much in the middle. I just don't
Yeah,
really.
yeah. You kind of you mostly sit on the fence. Um, I typically oh shit.
I don't get. Oh,
Okay.
I don't get pissed off about topics on either side as much as a lot of people do. I don't.
I I I
It's
I
not stuff worth getting angry about.
I understandably get upset about some things. Um, but for the most part, I don't let things bother me. I
Yeah,
know that
it's not worth it.
it is what it is. Well, like Bill Burr, he was talking. I watched a TikTok about him today or whatever, and this was before Trump was president, and whatnot, and he was just like,
Oh, but how he took his job. Is that the one you were talking
no,
about?
no,
Okay.
it was more or less like he was saying he was saying how much he liked Trump as a presidential candidate because the guy can't be bought. He already has fucking money, so
Hmm.
he can't be bought. He just goes on and says whatever the fuck he wants, which was great about Trump. Yeah, like what did he care? What did he give a shit about? He could do or say whatever he wanted. He was just like, yeah, fuck it. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna
Yeah.
do? But so but anyway, he was talking about that. Um, I don't know where I was going with that, to be honest.
Bill Bill Burr, TikTok, something about where our political thoughts lie.
Oh yeah, but I mean, basically, like that he was just saying, he's like, it doesn't matter with this guy because he can say or do whatever he wants, um, because and he can't be bought,
Hmm.
and that's what was great about him. But well, I know
Yeah.
you have your own thoughts and feelings about the
No,
situation, but
no, it's not even the situation. It's just that I don't really think that much about anybody. I mean,
well, to be fair, I feel like we're both on the same page where we really don't think we're not very politically motivated
no,
at all. So
no, and like I I I respect people who at least if they're going to be politically motivated, they put the work in to actually go out and try to do something
yeah,
to
but they're also the most fucking annoying
no,
because
well,
they have ammo. They have ammo.
yeah,
And you don't study this shit, so you have nothing. So you look like a fucking idiot when you try to make an argument. Where a guy's just like, oh well, my candidate's gonna pass a bill that's gonna make murder legal, and here's the statistics about it.
yeah,
And then you're just like, I don't think murder should be legal. Like, what stats do you have to back it up? You look like a fucking idiot. That's what I don't like.
yeah.
I don't like educated people for that reason. Educated political people. They piss me the fuck off. Then you look like a fucking idiot every time.
Do you get pissed off by them or pissed off because you look like a fucking idiot every
A
time?
little of both, to
Yeah,
be
fair enough.
honest. 'Cause be like,
I,
I have a point. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like my point should be valid, but they're like, your point's not valid because
my
fuck.
my my philosophy is always that I don't even know how we got on this fucking topic. Now we're political. Now we're gonna be
Now we're never
politicizing.
definitely losing a
Now
lot
we're
more
gonna be
people. Yeah.
politicizing everybody.
To be
Everybody.
fair, I've never voted in my life, and you have maybe. No, I just assume it's just laziness. You didn't vote, but it's the same reason for me though.
They're
But
my
no,
let me set it best. They're all professional liars.
well, yeah, I mean that's a given.
What they do for a living. I just no my thing is I have never noticed my life change personally. I know there's like stuff that's happening as a result of who's in office. I've just never seen my own life personally change that much from who's in office at any given point. I just have never had a political agenda and I don't really have time for that. I think I like hearing people's thoughts. I like hearing people's opinions. I like trying to learn about different stuff. That way, you can have something of an opinion. I just don't really I don't know, I've just never been a very politically motivated person.
I
Part of it's
still.
laziness, but I just
Oh yeah. I still stand true to the fact that I think it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you vote for.
mm-mm.
I feel like wheels are in motion. You know, they all meet in the fuck. I don't know what the hell it is. They all meet in the fucking forest that once a year or whatever, and they all the. Oh, you know what I'm talking about though?
um mu- I'll think of it.
It's not Burning Man. It's something
No,
fucking weird and similar to it
something
though.
Grove.
Oh yeah. But anyway, all the world leaders they meet there. They have their fucking. They wear their goats heads and they have a fucking fire and they're in the
Oh, what
trees and
is it?
shit and.
Oh, that's gonna bug me.
Well, fucking Google it.
I have my phone's upstairs.
So we're trying to look up here.
Bohemian Grove.
Is that it?
I think yeah, something
I,
like that. Bohemian Grove?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Maybe Bohemian Rhapsody. Maybe listen to Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mama, ooh, I don't wanna. Anyway, this is yeah. This is it.
Okay.
The Bohemian Club, Bohemian
Yeah.
Grove, Bohemian Grove
Yeah,
Club,
there's a
whatever
giant
it is.
owl statue.
Yeah. So yeah, so I mean, these world leaders all go. I, I could be wrong. We don't do research on anything, so I believe they have like this pagan. I think you're right, like an owl or whatever it is. But anyway, like they all get together and basically just decide, like, hey, what the fuck are we gonna do with the world in this coming year? I feel like that's essentially what they do. And they're like, yeah, we need a distraction on this,
Well,
while we do this. I feel like a lot of government is just sleight of hand, which I mean, there's like that crazy
yeah.
conspiracy theory about with George W. Bush and Britney Spears,
And then
where it's
now
like
Will Smith and
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, whatever was happening at that point
Yeah,
in
oh,
time.
there's crazy shit that goes on where it's kind of like you can be like what was it? It was like it was like some kind of trillions of dollars went missing
Yeah.
And then like Britney Spears is like, I'm shaving my head.
Did you
Yay!
ever see that movie Kill the Messenger with Jeremy Renner?
No. I hope he's all right though.
Yeah, he posted from a selfie from the ICU. I guess he's recovering okay. But it's about, I think his name's Gary Webb, and he was a journalist. I forget for which paper, but he was essentially, I don't know the correct terminology. He was investigating the drug flow that was coming in from South America, and long story short, the article got publicized, and he died from suicide. But
Oh yeah, so did Epstein.
if I'm remembering correctly, he had 2 gunshots in his head or something like that. And
Okay, yeah.
and they
Yeah.
the stuff he was talking about, they ended up reading it like and confessing to it live on air, but at the same time they chose to do it during the whole Clinton and Monica Lewinsky thing. So that whole scandal was going on.
Fun
And that's
fact, that's how I found out what a blowjob was.
there you go. And that's what everyone focused on. So
Yeah.
again, I don't know. I don't. That's why I don't like getting into those rabbit holes because
I just figure so much is which Ski just said. At least you're repping a good beer, so maybe he's actually watched. See, now we're back down to 0 viewers. That son of a bitch. But anyway,
Ski.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. What?
Yeah.
Wait. I'm so bad at the time because I only see Ski and Goon at once in a blue moon anymore because we can't do movie nights anymore because fucking Busy Bieber and
Yeah.
When does his baby do? Is it here? Or when is his baby?
His baby's like 4 months old.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh shit.
So,
why?
We got Jet Air. Jetty.
Yeah, I can remember when I was talking to him at your wedding. If his stop trying to use this for your own personal gain, Katie.
Oh, now he is. Oh, Jet Air. All right. So anyway, cat strolling around. You were saying about Kyle.
Yeah, but I couldn't remember because I only talked to him at your wedding, and then I can't remember the time I saw him before. I can remember if his baby was still on the way or if
no, it was
she clicked something. He clicked something. Sorry.
No, we're still good.
What you've done, Katie?
And now the microphone's gone, and he's ruining everything. Perfect. So anyway, no, yeah, he had his baby, he had a daughter, and yeah.
Like I said, I don't talk to him. I see them all once in a blue moon. I just can remember.
But yeah, so anyway, politics. Am I right?
There's people in the room that are just jealous because they don't have a cool podcast like us.
Jet is the star, though.
Jet is the star.
But no, I do feel like, and I hope our audio is not
fine.
Skewed now.
It's about where it was.
But no, I feel like the government, any world government, is mostly a lot of sleight of hand. Where it's like, if they do want to do something underhanded, they're going to do it, but they're also going to do something that makes you look over here. Where it's, I'm sure the whole George Bush and Britney Spears thing was.
Goon just announced he was going to recently ago that he was going to be a father, right?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking of. Okay. That's what I was thinking of. I knew there was a recent pregnancy announcement. I couldn't remember. Okay. I was listening. I was just trying to also process.
Ski had a baby. Goon has one on the way.
Okay, I got them. I got them backwards.
Yeah.
They're connected. They're connected at the hip. So whenever I see them, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, that's how I kind of know most of them guys anyway, which is a weird Kevin Bacon situation going on.
Yeah. You know Kevin Bacon?
7 degrees.
6 degrees.
6 degrees? Is it? I thought it was 7.
6 degrees.
Are you sure about that?
I'm sure.
All right. So 6 degrees. I know Kevin Bacon. Was that just Hollywood or is that anybody?
No, it's just they use
it. It's Hollywood.
What?
It's only Hollywood though. Like you have to be involved in Hollywood for you to have your 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Which is it still prevalent now?
I'm saying
He's not as big a star as he was.
I'm saying people use that term whenever they're connecting themselves to other people. They'll still see, oh, like it's like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. That's all I'm saying. It's a common term.
Fuck Kevin Bacon.
How dare you?
What was that show he was in? It was weird. It was like he was a detective. He was a fucking drunk. He was
The Following.
Yes.
Following. He's had a couple shows.
It was okay.
Kevin Bacon's awesome, dude.
Yeah, it's awesome.
He was shot out in Guardians of the Galaxy.
I don't know. He was awesome, but
Kevin Bacon's the man. All right, you want to get on the Kevin Bacon segment right now? I'll talk about Kevin Bacon. Kevin Bacon's the fucking man.
Bacon the meat.
Bacon is also he's named after the greatest meat of all time.
He's not. Bacon's been around a lot longer than Kevin Bacon.
I said he's named after the greatest meat of all time.
I feel like that's not an accurate statement, but I don't research anything, so I don't know enough to know about it.
His family bears the name of the greatest breakfast food of all time. One of the greatest foods of all time. You should have bacon with anything.
I should have bacon right now, to be honest.
I'm okay, have some bacon. He doesn't get any bacon.
No, she's terrible. So yeah, we're about.
I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna offer $20 for that Nintendo. Those games. I hope she says yes.
We're about 46 in. You wanna?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. After we got into like a huge political discussion and completely.
Did we though? Was it political?
I
don't even know. I feel like it was more or less us talking about how we don't like politics.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
I'm mostly just confused by them.
Yeah, I am too.
And I do have I do lean towards one way more than the other, but it's hilarious because like I always have to ask someone, be like, hey, what are you when you think more this way than the other way? And they're like, oh, you're that. I'm like, yeah, that's sure, I'm that. And I can never remember. So yeah.
So we're gonna end this soon and then go upstairs and rewatch it on the TV up there.
Yes, and so I was told not to say smash that like button and subscribe. So what I will say is flick that subscribe button's bean and nom down on a like. Eat ass on the like.
I hope God bless her. I hope she continues to live a long time. I hope this is the last thing your grandmother ever sees.
It's terrible. She won't remember it anyway. She's old.
That's the last thing that her.
She may have invented eating ass, so joke's on you. She is old and pervy, so
she's awesome.
So, well, see you later.
Well, see you later.